Good YouTube, it's your boy DC, and I'm here with a new reaction video to Power Book 2 Go Season 3, Episode 8. This is the recap. Now, if you're a huge fan of Power like me, and you like the videos I upload and create, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and turn on your post bell notifications to get notified every time I upload a video. Also, leave your comments and theories down below in the comment box. Now, overall, Episode 8 was straight up fire. This was one of the best episodes I've seen so far on Power. Power is really stepping it up each and every season with these episodes. And I gotta give credit to the ones that's writing these episodes, man. Shout out to the writing team behind these episodes. They doing one hell of a good job. I just gotta show love and give acknowledgement to the ones that's writing these episodes, cause man, they keep me tuned and keep me invested, goddammit. I don't know what they doing, but they doing one hell of a good job writing these episodes. So shout out to the writing team behind Power. But we're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna get straight into this recap, cause this episode was straight up fire. A lot of stuff happened in this episode, and we got a lot of stuff that we need to talk about. So enough talking, let's hop into this video. Now the episode starts off with Davis McLean and Cooper Sax. We see Davis getting drunk, hanging by the ledge of a rooftop. He tells Sax that he waited 28 years for his brother to be released, and he doesn't want to see him or talk to him. Davis gets a call from Monet about Diana being arrested, and she wants Davis to handle it. Sax doesn't think Davis is in the right state of mind to handle Diana's arrest since he's drunk, so he offers to go to the precinct and handle it. Davis was hesitant at first, but Sax was able to convince him, and Davis agrees to let Sax handle Diana's arrest, telling Sax that he owes him one for this. Now we see Diana being interrogated by Jenny and Blanca, and Diana tells him that she was set up by Celine, and he probably was the one that called the feds on her. Blanca and Jenny tells Diana that Celine didn't call him, and they tell Diana that they have her on felony possession with the intent to distribute, and they show Diana the photo of her on the Stansfield rooftop, putting product into the lockboxes. Diana tells him that they can't prove felony weight from a photo, and they don't have nothing on her. Diana explains to him that even if she wanted to help out, she can't, and she's only a college student. Blanca tells Diana that she knows her family is working with Tariq to move drugs, and she knows about all the murders that they committed, from Jabari Reynolds' murder, to Carrie Milgram murder, even Detective Ramirez murder. And she tells Diana she's going to scorch the earth with this case, and she's not going to stop at nothing until she apprehends all of them and arrests all of them for this RICO case. Now we get to the next scene with Tariq and Davis, and Tariq tells Davis that Sax is working with the feds, and the feds are trying to hit him with a RICO. Davis want to know how does Tariq know all this information, and Tariq finally tells Davis that Lauren Baldwin is alive, and Sax known about it this entire time. And Davis was pissed off once he heard this. He went straight to the safe to get the strap. He was finna get ready to go pop Cooper Sax. Davis summed it up real quick when Tariq told him that Sax was working with the feds, but Tariq had to let him know like they can't be out here doing nothing stupid, because the feds is watching all of them. Davis tells Tariq that Diana was arrested, and he sends Sax down there to represent her case. But now that he knows Sax is working with the feds, any information Diana tells Sax, he going to go back and tell the feds about it. And Davis rushes out to get to the precinct before that happens. Now we get to the next scene with Tariq and the Tejadas, and Monet wants to know if Tariq's the reason behind Diana's arrest. Tariq tells Monet all of them is the reason why Diana was arrested, and that the feds is trying to hit him with a RICO. But Tariq and Monet was able to come up with a plan later on in the episode to neutralize the feds for now, but I got that funny feeling somebody is either about to die or go to jail behind this RICO. I don't see everybody making it out of this season alive. I'm expecting a body or 2 or 3 to drop, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Now, Kane pops up on Effie at Stansfield, and Kane informs her that Diana was arrested, and he wants to know if there was a reason for her arrest. Effie tells Kane that Diana was dealing drugs out of the candy store on campus, and she might have gotten caught up on the camera that was installed on the Stansfield rooftop by the feds. Effie then thanks Kane for paying for her tuition. And Kane and Effie end up getting it in, and your boy Kane finally smashed Effie. And I knew sooner than later this was about to happen. Once Kane paid for Effie tuition and her guidance counselor told her that her tuition was paid off for the rest of the semester, Effie had in the back of her head she was about to let Kane hit. And I can't wait to see the relationship moving forward with Kane and Effie now that they in a little situation. But Kane, you can't be trusting Effie. The real OG Power fans, we know Effie can't be trusted, so Kane, you might not want to fall in love with Effie. You might just want to hit and quit it on that one, because Effie will backdoor you. Effie will backdoor your ass. You might not want to put your trust in Effie, Kane. I'm just saying, I wouldn't trust Effie if that was me. Now, Sax shows up at the precinct, and he's having a conversation with Jenny, and he tells Jenny that he's representing Diana on her drug case, and this pisses Jenny off. Davis ends up showing up at the precinct as well, and he ends up catching Sax and Jenny having a conversation about Diana. And this proves Tariq's theory about Sax working with the feds the entire time. Now, Sax, Davis, and Diana is having a conversation, and Diana tells him that the feds is threatening to go after her family, and she doesn't want any of it to fall on them. Diana almost slipped up, though, by telling Sax she might have known what was inside that bag, and once Davis heard this, he ends up knocking over a cup of coffee on Sax's lap, and he passed Diana a note, telling her to put Sax on Effie. And I'm glad Davis did that, because I'm not gonna lie, Diana was low-key starting to run her mouth a little bit too much. Like, Diana, shut the hell up. You don't know nothing, you ain't seen nothing, and you ain't do nothing. A lawyer. And your lawyer right there telling you what to do, and you still trying to go the opposite direction. Like, Diana, shut the hell up and listen to what Davis got to say. That's it, that's all. Now we see Kane and Effie laying up together, and all of a sudden, Tariq shows up knocking at Effie's door wanting to talk to her about the business. Effie asked Kane if he could hide in the restroom, and Kane didn't want to at first. Talk about, you want me to hide in the restroom like a simp? Like, yeah, nigga, if you don't want Tariq to find out you in there fucking this bitch, you better get in that goddamn restroom talking all that shit. I know you're not scared of Tariq, but Tariq could pop your ass, bro. You better get in that restroom. But Kane agrees, and he runs and hides inside the restroom. Now, Effie and Tariq is having a conversation, and Tariq wants Effie to pick up the cups and handle the orders on no cap all frap. Effie tells Tariq she's not a corner boy, and if she does this, she wants her own product. And Tariq agrees to the deal that Effie got, and he agrees to give Effie 1 brick every week. And not like that, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't have gave Effie shit. Wasn't she just stepping on the product in episode 2 and stretching it out to sell on Stansfield? Like, what the fuck you want an extra brick for every week? Like, I wouldn't be giving her shit. You better go ask Kane for some goddamn coke or something. Ain't you fucking Kane now? You better go ask that nigga for something. Not like that, but that scene pissed me the hell off. I wouldn't have gave Effie shit. Effie wouldn't have got nothing for me. And now we see the Tejada family having a meeting with Evelyn and the rest of the Castillo brothers. Monet tells them that the feds are trying to hit him with a RICO, and they need to shut down the business until further notice. One of the Castillo brothers gets upset, and he tells Monet if they not in on the plan that they have, then they not shutting down their business. Evelyn chimes in and she tells her sons that they need to listen to Monet, and she's not about to lose any of her children in jail. Evelyn then asks Drew has he heard a scene from Gordo, and Drew tells her no. The Castillo family is not stupid. They could tell that Drew was lying. And they end up finding out later on in the episode that Drew was actually lying about what happened to Gordo, and he might have had something to do with his disappearance. Now Kiki stops by Braden's house, and she tells Braden that Monet been calling Weston Holden's office all morning, demanding to speak with Lucas, and she wants Braden to handle it. Like, nah, why you want Braden to handle it now that Monet wants her money back? And Braden been trying to tell you and his uncle that these people he's dealing with is crazy. And he tried to explain that to her in this scene, but Kiki ain't want to listen, talking about you go put your suit on and handle your investor. Like, his investor is going to handle y'all if y'all don't get that money back. Kiki and Lucas going to have to learn the hard way. And eventually, Braden is going to have to handle this situation with his uncle with Kiki, because they doing too much with this Ponzi scheme. Now, we get to the next scene with Kane and Monet starts tripping on Kane about him being up there at Stansfield, hanging out with Effie. And she know he up there smashing Effie. I swear, Monet is not stupid. She put 2 and 2 together real quick. Once she saw that Kane didn't come back home after he told her he was going up there to Stansfield, she already knew what time it was. She like, yeah, my son going up there to smash that little girl. She is not stupid. I swear, Monet be having me rolling. She then tells Kane about the feds trying to hit him with a RICO, and her and Tariq have a plan to neutralize the feds, and she doesn't want Kane to say anything to Effie about it. Kane gets upset with Monet trying to set up Effie, and Monet tells Kane he needs to stop thinking with his dick and focus on this investigation. She also tells Kane that she has to go clean up another one of his mistakes that he made by giving the Tejada money to Weston Holdings. And not like that, Monet. That's kind of your fault. Why would you give Kane the money to handle? Like I said in a couple of videos back, you should have gave that money to Diana. I felt like Diana was the right child to handle Lorenzo's life insurance policy, but instead you give it to the wildest child out of all 3 children. You give it to Kane. Out of all people, you give that money to Kane. So not like that, Monet. Yeah, you need to go get it back, because you the one who decided to give it to the fucking wild cannon of the damn family. Why would you give that money to Kane and you know Kane be on bullshit? Like, think. I didn't understand that. Like, think, why would you give the money to Kane and you know Kane be on bullshit? That was your dumb ass fault. Now we get to the next scene with Tariq and Braden, and Tariq tells Braden that the feds is trying to hit him with a RICO, and they need to shut down a no cap off rap business until further notice. And Braden was in there like, RICO, like YSL RICO? Like, yeah, dummy. RICO. Now's not the time for you to be messing around. You need to get on your P's and Q's and stop fucking up, because you've been fucking up all season, Braden. You need to get on your P's and Q's right now. Braden tells Tariq that Weston Holdings is a Ponzi scheme, and his trust fund money is gone, as well as the Tejada family money. Tariq gets upset once he hears this, and he tells Braden that he's tired of being on defense. They need to get on offense. And later on in the episode, Tariq, Braden, and RJ comes up with a plan to neutralize Lucas so they can get their money back from this Ponzi scheme without the feds finding out about it. Now we get to the next scene with Monet, and Monet confronts Lucas about her money. She tells Lucas that she is not one of his regular clients, and when she calls, he better answer. And when she asks for her money back, he better pay it back to her. Lucas tells Monet he understands where she's coming from and try to call her this strong woman and this and that. Like, Lucas, I don't think you know who you messing with. You better pay Monet that money back. Monet is somebody you do not want to mess around with. She will kill you with no hesitation, bro. And Brady keeps trying to warn Kiki and Lucas that the people he's involved with is dangerous. But it seems like they gonna have to learn the hard way. Now, Diana and Sax is having a conversation, and I swear I thought Diana was about to snitch when I seen her eating that Shake Shack meal. I'm not gonna lie. If you eat Shake Shack, then you know them Shake Shack meals be like $20 for like a goddamn hamburger meal or something. But your girl Diana didn't snitch. Instead, she ends up telling Cooper Sax about Effie and put Effie on Sax like Davis told her to. And Sax tells Jenny and Blanca they need to go after Effie and investigate her. And he believes if they put a tail on Effie, Effie can connect them to the campus drugs, the Wall Street operation, and the Tejada family street business. Blanca wants to know where did Sax get this information from. And Sax tells her that he's representing Diana on her drug case. Blanca gets upset with Sax, and she tells him that this is privileged information as her attorney, and she can't use this information. Jenny tells Blanca that they got enough evidence to go after Effie since she was spotted on the Stansfield rooftop. And she's the main suspect in Lauren Baldwin's alleged death, and she think it'll be a good idea to put the tail on Effie. Blanca doesn't agree with it at first, but she tells Sax that if this information is true about what he's telling her, this could blow his cover, and she wants to know if he's ready for that. Sax tells Blanca that he's ready, and they all agree to put a tail on Effie later on in the episode. Now we see Kane and Effie having a conversation on the phone, and Kane wants to know if Effie could trust Tariq and trust the job that he has her doing. And Kane was still trying to give Effie a hint about what was going on, even after Monet told him not to talk to her about this Rico stuff. I swear, that boy Kane is in love with Effie. He do be telling Effie everything low-key, I'm not gonna lie. Kane in love with Effie. Effie tells Kane if he got something to say that he need to tell her, and as he was finna get ready to tell her, he over here Drew upstairs breaking glasses, punching holes in the wall, and doing the most. Kane checks in on Drew, and apparently, Drew is upset at the fact that his ex-boyfriend Everett came out on live TV and admitted to being gay, and also revealed to the world that he got a new boyfriend. Like, Drew, what the hell is you upset for? You've been doing the most this season, and you mad at the fact that Everett got drafted and went to OKC and got himself a white boyfriend? Like, Drew, you been doing the most with, man, I don't want to hear that shit, Drew. You up there doing the most. And Kane was like, where you going? Like, why you leaving out? Talking about to go drink till I black out. Like, for what? Drew, you been on Tinder, Grindr, whatever the hell that goddamn app is, linking up with motherfuckers doing hitting and quits. Now you over here throwing the temper tantrum because Everett came out on live TV and meant to be gay. He told you it's over. It's let the man be. And then later on in the episode, he'll go stalk this man and his new boyfriend. Like, Drew was doing too much this episode. I'm not gonna lie. Drew really needs to get out his feelings and separate from this love life stuff he be having, because Drew be doing too much. Drew, you need to get out your damn feelings, bro. Now we get to the next scene with Davis, Sax, and Theo. And Theo shows up at Davis' office, and he tells Sax and Davis that his treatments have been working very well, and he's been looking forward to life outside of prison. Sax congratulates Theo on his treatment, and Davis interrupts Sax, telling him like, bro, can I have a minute alone with my brother? Coming at him in a very aggressive way. And Theo knew something was up with Davis and Sax just by the way that Davis and Sax was talking to each other. Theo then asks Davis is he having issues with Sax, and Davis tells his brother Sax is working with the feds, and it might affect his release from prison. And this pissed Theo off. And Theo been telling Davis since season 2 of Ghost not to worry about him and not to get him out of jail, because he does not want any information about the manslaughter charge coming out. And look what happened. It ended up coming out because Cooper Sax found out that Davis was the one that committed the charge. But Cooper Sax also got help from Jenny Sullivan to get Theo Rollins released by swapping out the dirty jury on his jury board for his case. So yeah, this could possibly affect Theo's release. And I understand why Theo was upset, because Theo been telling Davis like, bro, I'm dying. Just leave me in jail. Like, I'm good. I'm good. You don't need to worry about me. But Davis didn't want to listen. Now, Professor Ben and Rashad Tate is having a conversation about the debate that Rashad Tate just had. And she tells Rashad Tate that she saw him talking to Lucas Weston. And she doesn't think it's a good idea for him to be talking to the Westons, because he will be holding the people and it could affect his campaign race. Rashad tells Harper that he's only doing it to get into the office. And once he get the job, he's going to stop doing business with him. Rashad continues on by telling Harper she's a very special woman to him and that he loves her. And she's a reminder of why he decided to get into all this politics stuff in the first place. He then tells her that he's going to cancel the lunch meeting that he had set up with Lucas to be with her. But we find out later on in the episode, Rashad Tate ends up meeting up with Lucas Weston and takes a big donation from him, which caused issues between Rashad Tate and Professor Bennett. Now we get to the next scene with Tariq and RJ, and Tariq tells RJ that Weston Holdings is a Ponzi scheme. RJ wants to tell the SEC about it, but Tariq tells him if he does that, he won't get any of his money back. And this pissed RJ off. RJ gets upset with Tariq. He was like, bro, I'm in this situation because of you. I worked hard to get to where I got to in life, and now I'm basically asked out of some money because you the one that convinced me to sign the Weston Holdings. Tariq tells RJ he not the only one that lost something out of this Ponzi scheme, and he shouldn't let Lucas rob him out of his money, and he suggests he should do something about it. And we know later on in the episode, Tariq, Braden, and RJ, they confront Lucas and demand Lucas to give them their money back. Now we get to the next scene with Drew and Everett, and this nigga Drew got the nerve to stalk Everett Instagram page and shows up at the same restaurant that Everett is having dinner with his boyfriend at. Like, Drew, you is one simp ass nigga, bro. You is one simp ass nigga, bro. And to all the people that's out there watching this video, never post your location online or let people know where you're going to be at, because there's a lot of weirdos in this world, and stuff like this happens on a daily with people stalking people's social media accounts to get their location and stuff. So please be careful with the things you post online, and don't be like Drew out here stalking people and stuff, because it's not cool. Now back to Drew. Drew ends up having a breakdown in the middle of the restaurant, talk about the only person he loves is now gone and he ain't got nobody, he ain't got nothing. And the whole time this is going on, somebody recorded Everett and Drew having a conversation like, Drew, you was slipping up. Drew was slipping up in this episode. I'm not gonna lie. Drew kind of irritated me how he was moving this episode. We can just go get to the next topic because Drew was upsetting me. Now we get to the next scene with Effie, and the feds is telling Effie, and they end up following Effie to the stash house where they keep the no cap all frat business at. The feds move in on Effie and they apprehend her. Agent Young and the rest of the DEA team searched the warehouse to find any drugs, and they wasn't able to find anything in the warehouse but sugar. And the feds had no choice but to let Effie go. And as this is going on, Tariq is watching the camera nearby in the area on his phone. And Jenny was pissed off about this later on in the episode. She really thought she finally had a case against Tariq and the organization, but she failed once again, and Tariq was able to neutralize the situation and get one up on the feds. Now we get to the next scene with Evelyn, and Evelyn's son shows her the video of Drew and Everett going viral, and Drew admitting on camera that Gordo was gone. And Evelyn gets pissed off when she sees this video. She tells her son that they need to have another conversation with Drew about what really happened to Gordo. And all this is finna do is cause a huge war between the Tejadas and the Castillo family. And I can't wait to see what happens next with this storyline. I'm expecting the Castillo family and the Tejadas to go at it, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Now, Tariq, Monet, and Kane is having a conversation about how they're going to move Noma's product. Effie shows up at the Tejada house, and Effie tells them she understands what they did, but she want to know why was she left out of the plan. Tariq tells Effie they needed someone on the outside, and she wasn't at risk, and it wasn't personal. Effie tells Tariq she understands, and she would have done the same thing if it was one of them. Effie then asks Kane is he coming with her as she's walking out, and Kane says yeah, and Tariq now knows that Kane and Effie is messing around. He asks Monet how long has she known about it, and Monet tells him she doesn't care about who's smashing who, and she only focuses on trying to get her money back from Weston Holdings, and she tells Tariq that he has till Monday to get her money back. And what I want to know is, why does Tariq have to go get Monet money back? Like, Monet, Kane was the one that messed up. So Kane should be the one that getting the money back, not Tariq. Tariq ain't tell you to put your money into Weston Holdings. You decided to give Lorenzo's life insurance policy to Kane, and Kane decided to put the money in your Weston Holdings, and now look at it. Your money is all attached up in this Ponzi scheme. So not like that. That ain't got nothing to do with Tariq. So I don't understand why Tariq got to get Monet money back. If that was me, I would have told Monet I ain't doing nothing. Now, Jenny and Sax is having a conversation, and Jenny is upset at the fact that the feds wasn't able to find anything at the stash house but sugar, and she now thinks that Sax was working with Tariq and them, and he set the whole thing up to burn her. Sax tells Jenny that his life is on the line, and he's the one that has a target on his back, and Tariq and them most likely know he's working with the feds. Jenny tells Sax that she can't ask for protection now that the case wasn't able to go her way, and Sax gets pissed off at Jenny when she tells him this. He ends up telling her that it felt good to like her for a moment, but her selfish ambition is going to be the reason why she has a lonely, miserable life, and he tells her never again. Sax then calls Tariq afterwards, and he tells him that he's the only person that know where his mom and Yasmin at, and if he dies, that information dies as well with him. And as he's getting ready to tell Tariq to call off his dogs, Theo pops up from the back seat of his car and points a gun at his head. Sax tries to reason with Theo, but Theo tells him to shut up and drive. And once I saw Theo pull that strap out on Sax, I just knew in a matter of time, it was finna be over for Cooper Sax. I bet Jenny wished she would have gave Sax that protection now. And honestly, Jenny can't blame nobody for Sax's death but herself. He told you he had a target on his back, and you knew he had a target on his back. And you still chose to not give him protection just because you was mad and upset at the fact that you wasn't able to find anything on Tariq and them. And I can't wait to see her reaction when she find out that Sax is dead. Now, Tariq, Braden, and RJ confronts Lucas, and RJ tells Lucas he knows Weston Holdings is a Ponzi scheme, and he wants his money back, as well as Tariq Trust Fund and the Tejada family money. Lucas tries to deny the allegations, but RJ tells him he could call the SEC tonight, or they can handle it another way. And if he does anything to Tariq or Braden, he's going to leave an anonymous tip with his friends at the commission the moment he gets his money back. Lucas tells him he doesn't have the funds to pay him his money back right now, but RJ tells him he already set up a payment plan for him to pay him his money back. and they all gonna be working together until the money is paid back to him in full. And Braden's gonna have to handle this situation with his uncle, cause I do not see this situation ending well. And I got a feeling Lucas is about to do some sneaky shit. I don't know if he might tell the feds what's going on with Braden and Tariq selling drugs up there, or tell his dad about it, but I just got that funny feeling Lucas is about to do some shady shit. Now, Tariq and Davis is listening to the voicemail that Sax left on Tariq's phone, and Davis gets a call about Theo. Apparently, Theo hasn't been going to his treatments, and he's been lying to Davis about it this whole time. Davis tries to call Theo, but he doesn't answer. Davis then asks Tariq what time he got Sax's voicemail, and Tariq tells him it was over an hour ago, and Davis realized that Theo might be with Sax. Davis tells Tariq that he told Theo that Sax was working with the feds, and now Theo might be trying to kill Sax. Tariq tells Davis if Sax died, things might not end well for him, and they need to hurry up and find Sax before that happens. And Davis and Tariq rushes out of Davis' office to find Sax and Theo. Now we get to the next scene with Diana, and Diana is finally released from jail, and as soon as she got out, she told Monet that she wants out of the game, and she wants to transfer to Spelman College next semester. And she know Monet got the funds to pay for it, and Monet was not trying to hear it. She told Diana straight up, get in the car before I smack you upside the head. And that scene had me rolling. That shit was so goddamn funny. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared for Diana now, because how she was talking to Monet, I think Monet might take Diana as a threat. And I hope Monet doesn't do anything to Diana, because not like that. Usually in this world of power, when people usually want to get out of the game and go legit and go somewhere else, something usually happens to them. So I hope Diana is able to make it out of this season alive and nothing bad happens to her. And Effie smashing once again. And Blanca shows up at Effie's dorm room with an arrest warrant and arrests Effie once again. And I find it very funny how Effie got arrested 2 times in this episode. Effie had one hell of an episode. The feds was on her ass this episode. She got arrested twice in this episode. Kane chimes in trying to play lover boy like, hey, y'all got a arrest warrant, y'all can't be taking her and this and that. And Blanca tells Kane if he's not her lawyer, then he need to shut up before she takes him next. And Kane zipped up his mouth real quick once Blanca told him that. Now Blanca takes Effie outside to Jenny, and Jenny tells Effie that they charging her with attempted murder. And we see Lauren in the backseat of the cop car, and Lauren reveals herself to Effie, letting it be known that she's still alive, and Effie was the one that tried to kill her. And I'm not gonna lie, Effie reaction had me rolling. Effie looked like she seen the goddamn ghost when she saw Lauren. She had that look on her face like, damn, I just fucked up. Like, yeah, you fucked up by not making sure Lauren Baldwin was dead all the way, because now she alive, and this shit then came back to hunt your ass, and now you going to jail for it. And Kane was over there looking. When he saw Lauren, he was pissed the hell off. He was like, the fuck? Like, Kane was pissed off. This scene had me rolling. Both of their facial expressions when they realized that Lauren was alive was funny as hell. Now we get to the final scene of the episode, and Theo is holding Cooper Sax at gunpoint at the helicopter dock where Theo likes to go, and Davis said Tariq shows up to try to talk Theo out of killing Sax. Theo told Davis that he lied to him about the treatment so he could stop worrying about him, and he only has 1 month to live. Tariq tells Theo if he kills Sax, he's only going to make things worse for Davis. Davis then tells his brother that there will be more treatments for him, and it's not over for him. Theo tells Davis that this is what he want to do, and as Sax pleaded for his life, Theo shoots Sax right in the back. Davis tries to take the gun away from Theo, telling him that he's not letting him go back to jail and he could fix this. But Theo tells Davis that they both free now, and Theo shoots himself in the head and commits suicide. And I'm not gonna lie, this scene right here brought tears to my eyes. This was one very emotional scene for me to watch. Seeing Theo take his life, it was just too much for me to see. First, we had Cooper Sax get killed. You know, I was expecting that. I was happy as hell that Sax got killed. I'm not gonna lie. It was a long time coming. Sax Ben earned his death. But then afterwards, with Theo Rollins killing himself, I think that just made the scene even more emotional for me. Like, it was too much. That scene was too much. I'm not gonna lie. It's still too much for me to process. That was a lot in one scene. And I just seen a lot of Power episodes. And to me, if you ask me personally, episode 8 was the best episode I've seen out of all the Powers universe. Season 3, episode 8 was the best episode to me. And shout out to everybody in that scene, because they put on one hell of a performance. From Michael Rainey Jr. to Shane Johnson, the Method Man, I believe the other character, his name is Jordan. Shout out to all of them. They delivered this scene excellent, because this scene really had me in my house crying like a goddamn baby. So shout out to all of them. Rest in peace to your boy Theo Rollins, and rest in peace to your boy Cooper Sax. This was one hell of an episode, and I can't wait to see these next 2 episodes. I'm expecting these next 2 episodes to be flat out crazy. We got 2 more episodes left, and we is done with season 3 of Ghost. And I can't wait to see Tommy spinoff too. And another thing too, while I'm on this topic with Tommy spinoff, stars, if y'all watching this video, Where the hell is the Power Book 4 Force trailer at? Like, come on now. We need that trailer ASAP. We need a trailer, a teaser, a release date, or something. I'm ready to see your boy Tommy Egan, Jannard, Diamond. Like, I'm ready to see season 2 of Force. I heard season 2 of Force is supposed to be epic, and I can't wait to see Tommy Egan spinoff. It's been like almost a year now since Tommy Egan spinoff been off air. So, stars, if y'all watching this video, please drop a teaser, a trailer, release date, or something. Just give the fans something to look forward to. But if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and turn on your post bell notification to get notified every time I upload a video. I do got some more videos that's dropping real soon, so be on the lookout for these next couple of videos that I'm about to be uploading real soon. But it's your boy DC. I'm out. I'll see you guys next time.